Hi, my name is Volker, and today I would like to share my idea about the future of work. But before we start talking about working life, what comes into your mind when you think what is important for you in life? I can tell you what is important for me. First of all, I want to design my own life. I want to make my own experiences. I want to make decisions what's right for me. And I want to set my own goals. So the question is, what do I need to get there? The curiosity to try things out, the courage to fail and stand up again. And I'm not alone. I need the support and empowerment of my family and my friends. I think that I'm not alone with this opinion and mindset. So how about you? Is this also the way you want to design your life? But what happens when we try to transfer these things into the reality of working life? Think about how much time every one of us spends at work. Wouldn't it be great to be able to unfold this mindset also into the reality of working life? What do most companies look like? I think there's a lot different. There are strict hierarchies, many rules that tell me what to do. When I don't follow the rules, I get in trouble. I also get in trouble when I don't do what my boss tells me what to do. Is this the way you want to work the rest of your life? Spend 40 hours a week being told what to do? I can answer this question easily for me with a definite no. My lifetime is too important for me to work in an outdated organizational structure. And I have still half of my working life in front of me, and that does not sound good for me. Actually, I would prefer it just the other way around. Everything that is not forbidden is allowed. Fortunately, I'm a lucky guy and I work in an agile company. So today I want to introduce you to a new way of working. Imagine a self-organized network organization, one that does not need hierarchies. In the world of today, businesses need to permanently change in order to stay agile and not only meet the demands of their customers, but also of their employees. New generations, but even the workforce of today, seek a different type of responsibility and have new demands. They strive to find purpose within their work. They care about personal development and professional self-fulfillment. They want to make their own experiences and they want to make their own decisions. It is not important to climb the corporate ladder, which automatically results through the hierarchy of a company. What really counts is the way of working together. To bring in your own ideas, to work innovative and have the chance to really change something. And to have a good perspective to develop oneself. People want to be heard, bring in their own ideas, and they want to be taken seriously. So let me tell you more about the way companies should act in order to embrace this mindset. Let me tell you more about the future of work. We need companies out there living true leadership to create an environment for happy people. And when I talk about leadership, I don't mean telling people what to do. Leadership is encouraging and motivating people working in your organization to listen first and speak last and to be a role model. Maybe you think now, it's nice to have happy employees, but businesses need to earn money to be successful. And not only have happy employees. And I assure you, happy people lead to earning money. There's another reason why organizations should change their way of working. There are also external impacts on organizations that should force them to change. Most of these external impacts can be summarized within the phenomena of VUCA. For all of you who don't know what VUCA means, I just want to explain it. V stands for volatility, which means the speed of change. For example, the speed in which I have to renew my knowledge has grown dramatically over the last years. U stands for uncertainty. Just watch the news every day and you can see lots of uncertainty in the world. You never know what's going to happen next, and it gets more and more difficult to rely on things. C stands for complexity. There are many factors influencing a decision, maybe some you don't even know. In an interconnected world, certain situations can lead to unforeseen or unexpected effects we don't always understand. Remember when the container ship Ever Given was stuck in the Suez Canal? I had problems getting bike components like brake discs. Unbelievable. And last but not least, A stands for ambiguity. You have to make decisions without knowing where it leads. Really difficult. Take Kodak as an example. They decided to not get into the digital photography business, to not destroy their analog photography business. And then came Sony. One fits all and best practice was yesterday. The world is rapidly changing, and to react to the complexity of the world, you have to increase the complexity of your organization. You can only react to complexity with complexity. As you see, there are two big reasons why organizations should change their way of working. First, the needs of the people, and second, the crazy world out there. So how can we get in line the needs of the people and the external impacts on organizations? We have to find a way to respect both. The need of an organization, the need of a company to earn money, to give us security for the future. On the other hand, the needs of the people. So how do we get to such an organization, a self-organized network organization, where we get an environment for happy people? It's not easy, I can tell you from my own experience working in a self-organized network organization, but you have to start. And there is a way you can do it with a certain philosophy I want to tell you right now. Try thinking of a philosophy like freedom and responsibility, where you have the freedom to decide, for example, how or when to do your work, where it is your own decision, where your individual path will go. We are the masters of our own lives. Nobody else can tell us what is important for us, what we need to be happy, to be satisfied. So we need the freedom to decide what's right for us. Sounds wonderful, doesn't it? But to be honest, freedom doesn't work without responsibility. Everybody, and I mean really everybody in a company, should feel responsibility. It's the same in your personal life. As I told you at the beginning, thinking about my personal life, I'm not alone. I have a wife, 2 children, family and friends. So I can't just do what I want to do. I also have to take care of my environment. I'm also responsible for the people around me and how I act. And that's also important in business life. I have to regard my customers, my own company, my team, and especially myself. I have to bring together the needs of myself and the needs of my environment. In my picture of the organization of the future, the way of making decisions is different. Taking responsibility and having freedom go hand in hand, and freedom is the base for the responsibility. In this philosophy of freedom and responsibility, we need more people who have the courage to make decisions, and therefore they need the support and empowerment of their employer to do so. We need true leaders out there, giving their employees the chance to make their own decisions, the chance to make their own mistakes. And I can tell you, mistakes will happen. That's totally okay. That's a collateral damage you can't avoid. It is necessary for the individual learning process. And I think often it is really better to offer an apology than to ask for permission. When I think about making decisions and true leaders out there, as I told you before, you need the people who have trust in their people. It's so important to have trust in your employees and giving them the chance to try things out. And I know it's a big step on the one side for bosses and team leads to give trust to their employees. And on the other side, it's a big step for many employees to make decisions. When I talk about making decisions, it sounds easy for you, but from my experience, I can tell you it's a big step for many. But we have to be positive about it. It supports the creativity of individuals and small groups. Decisions are not made by one boss or a small group of leads, but they are made by many people within a company. The most important capital of any company are the people working there and their know-how. And you are successful as a company when you put trust in your employees and give them the freedom to be their best, because then you automatically invest in the success of your company. This is the direction we should be heading. I know it's a long way, but can you imagine us working together in such a way of new work? I know it's a long process, but let's start now. Thank you very much.